Number 3 is about the dress and appearances. And this is you can consider this issue in two tactics of the marketing implementations. In the marketing communication mix and in your place, in your place and in your people part of the marketing mix. When your people are wearing the dress code that country is respecting that code and different at the same time, it will be great. But you should consider what about the dress and appearance is different in the country when you market your product to them. Because if the staff are wearing irritating clothes or the irritating dress and appearances that could attack the religious or the different personalities around that new country, it's going to make your business down. And we can find one of the very good ideas that a lot of corporations are using when the customer service are working in your department. And newcomer or the new user or the new consumer comes to your office and wanted to communicate with you about any problem or any experience or give you feedback or asking about your product to buy a new product or new line extension of your product. And a lot of the staff are wearing the same dress and code, the same dress code, the same. And sometimes they are wearing informal clothes, but with the brand name, with the brand name of the corporation or the brand name of your products or services. If you have a very few brand names in your products or services, according to your corporate objectives and according to your marketing objectives. And sometimes in your marketing communication campaign, when you are making a press release, a press conference, and sometimes you get your staff and you get your sales reps and the different managerial levels who are responsible for promoting your product, they are wearing the same dress code to represent the brand name of your product, the brand name of your services. What about the family rules and relationship? And there is a big conflict here. About the family rules and relationship, I'm not going to tell you what is right and what is wrong, just explaining the idea and sharing with you the thoughts about that issue, the family rules and relationship. There is in the marketing factors, very, very important marketing factor called that collectivism against collectivism against the collectivism against the individualism. The collectivism against the individualism. In the Far East country, they are having integrated family rules and relationships. So when they are living together and they are buying their products together and they are hanging out and they are going out to the journey and making trips and making exercises together, and they are sharing their daily life activities together. So when you are recruiting one of the employees from those type of countries, and you are telling them that your corporation or your company or you as employer see them as part of the family, and you are creating that part in their concern, in their mind, you are going to take the loyalty. So the family rules and relationship in the some marketing terms is going to reflect the loyalty of the people. But the other part of the world, like the States, Europe and the Middle East countries, they are reflecting individualism, which is reflected to the individual gain, the individual needs, and this is totally irrelevant to the teamwork. This is totally irrelevant to the team spirit and achieving the company vision and objectives. This is all about the individualism, about the personal needs and the personal gain. What about the technology? In the World Cup, the last World Cup in 2010, they were having a problem in South Africa and accessing the internet and buying the tickets over the internet. And this is a big problem for if you are going to release your product, which is depending on the digital technology in that country that they are not using, or who are not using your products in the technology or the communication of the digital terms. So this problem is going to affect your business. And in other words, if your country or if your target segment are using the internet and are using the internet in higher term, in higher volume, of different target segments, of different ages, then you can make a big campaign on the technology through the direct marketing, the social networking website, and the building an interactive forums and the community with your target segment or with your customers. What about working habits and working hours? In some country, we found that the working hours variances from the 12 to 16 in specific industries, while the other countries are just providing 5 to 6 or 8 working hours. What about, and we were explaining the religion, yeah. So in this presentation, we were explaining the languages, the ethics, the dress and appearance, family rules and relationship, technology, working habits and religions as part of the culture. And that was the first part that's affecting your marketing implementation or the marketing mix implementation. And the first part of the as barrier or marketing planning is the culture as barrier to planning, and we were explaining those factors that you should consider and how to overcome those problems when you created your marketing plan and when you created your marketing planning implementation in the new market or the new target segment. That's all about the first part of today's presentation, and kindly check the second part of barriers to planning to explain what are the other 4 factors that are going to affect your marketing implementation and your marketing plan. Until we meet again, have a nice time. Hello everybody, here is Mohammed Magdi, the marketing coach, author and public speaker of HowToBeAMarketeer.com. In this presentation, it's part 2 of what are planning barriers, or how can we overcome the planning barriers for the marketeers around the world. In the part 1, we were explaining number 1 planning barrier, which is the culture, and we were experiencing that there is a global, marketing recommendations for me and from fashion marketeers around the world, is to make a globalization with local adaptation, a globalization or globalized marketing strategy with local adaptation in the marketing mix or the marketing implementation of your marketing plan. And about what are the factors that are affecting the culture, it were the languages, the tactics, the dress and appearances, the family rules and relationship. We were explaining the collectivism versus the individualism, the technology, the working habits, and the religion, sex, and the and political views that should be. Every marketer should be away his business and his marketing communicating messages away from that part, because it's going to make your business down from the first launching period. What is the barrier number 2 for marketers to make their marketing plan and to implement their marketing strategies to achieve their marketing objectives? Number 2 is the power and politics. You should monitor and you should understand if you are marketing your product to a new international market or to your existing market. You should analyzing the marketing dynamics that's happening in that market to understand if there is any political stability and instability in that market or that target segment. To understand if there is a new wave of the presidency election that's going to affect your business or not. If it's not going to affect your business, then this is great. If it's going to affect your business, you should make a backup plan for your business in order to overcome that problem. And you should make your marketing communication campaign to avoid the problem that's going to happen from the political instability in the country that you are marketing your products to them. Also, the tariffs and the taxes are affecting your marketing campaigns, affecting the logistics and the shipment of your products to the new target segment, to the new countries that you want to market your product to them. You should understand what are the factors affecting the tariffs and taxes there. You should understand if the tariffs and taxes are real problems, and if you are targeting and you are marketing your product to the European zones, which is having a free zones to market your products. It's called the free trading zones, and a lot of marketers, a lot of people around the world are understanding the agreement from the GATT and about the tariffs and taxes in the free trading zones, where there is no tariffs and taxes about their products to market your product to them. And what else about the disposable income? And this is very important for the pricing strategies. That's going to affect your pricing strategies when you target your products to them. Because you know what is the disposable income? It's the net profit that you get after you make your expenses. It's the net profit of the salary that you get after you make your expenses in the daily month. It's the saving, it's the net profit of the saving that you got in your pocket after you make your monthly expenses. So the tariff and tactics are going to affect your product entrance to a new target segment, to a new market, and it's going to affect your pricing strategy when you are making a pricing strategy for your product in the new international market. And the disposable income also are affecting the consumer perception of your added value or the value of your product to the new target segment that you want to market your product to them. What is the number 3 barrier? Number 3 barrier is very interesting for all marketers around the world. It's about the analysis, I'm not taking actions. And about 90% of the marketers around the world are falling in this trap. So there are 4 types of old personality the classification that we may know from long time ago. That there is amiable personality, and there is expressive, and there is driver, and there is an analytical personality. Let us talk about the analytical personality. The marketers who are having a high, deep analytical personality, they are falling in this trap, which is the analysis and not taking actions. You know, if you are telling me that you wanted to launch your product after 1 year from now, and you are planning when you are going to launch your product, and you have all the free time to analyze your product, to analyze the market dynamics, no problem. But if you are not determining when you are going to launch your product, and you are just analyzing the market, you may be after 2 or 3 years, your marketing plan may be launched and published in a lot of marketing magazines around the world, and they are telling that it's the best marketing plan ever, but with the small words written there, which is not implemented yet. You want your products not be implemented, you want a new market entry, a new competitor getting in the market and establishing their feet in the marketplace and getting a profit and making the money while you are making a lot of analysis. And if you launched already a product and your product is existing in the market and you are analyzing the market dynamics in order to get a new positioning strategy for your consumers, yes, this is good and this is great, but you should specialize a lot of time from you to marketing mix implementation, to the product mix, to the marketing communication mix, to the place, to the people, to the physical evidence, to the pricing strategies, to enter new accounts, to enter a new target segments, to enter a new places, to expand your business to a new international market after you make a very good profit and a very good market share in the original country that you originated your product from. So when the marketers fall in the trap, which is the analysis are not taking action, they became paralyzed by analysis. It's called analysis by actions, and it's very popular in the marketing books and the marketing magazines by paralysis by